Okay, y'all. This video is a little different than any video y'all have ever seen me post. I've never posted no video like this before, but I feel like it's time because I feel like I'm getting attacked all over again. I just want to tell y'all what's going on with me, what's been bothering me, what issues that's in my head. A little bit of everything. First and foremost, I want to thank anybody who's been out there, who's been taking time to watch any videos that I make and edit and post for comedic purposes. But this is kind of like a vlog that I'm doing. It's raw, it's uncut. Only thing that's probably gonna be edited on here is the music you're hearing right now. That's if I add it on there, but that's neither here nor there. But I've been dealing with a lot of shit. I was gonna say lately, but I've been dealing with a lot of shit for a lot of years. After I talked to somebody today, I talked to one of my cousins, kind of like opened my eyes and thoughts to a whole different set of things that might be triggering what I'm going through, that's affecting my teenagehood, that's affected my adulthood up until now, that's affected my relationships all the way up until now. It's a lot of shit, but you know, for those that don't know, my name is Cassius Prince Withers, Sr. I just turned 39 years old, and some years ago, it was brought to my attention from a few locals that I've talked to about depression, about the stuff, you know, my mind. I sit up and think about stuff sometime, and a lot of stuff, it don't be good thoughts. It's all negative thoughts. It's all bad, majority of the time. I really don't be having nobody to talk to about it. Like right now, I really don't have a lot of friends. I got associates. Now, when I say I don't really have a lot of friends, I don't want nobody who's going to watch this video that's going to come on here like, oh, what's up? We not friends. We not cool. We not that. We not this. We not that. It has nothing to do with people who I can associate with if I see you out in public. It's nothing against nobody. But, like, my phone don't ring. I feel like it's times where I'm looking for attention from people. I'm fighting to, you know, get somebody to be, you know, like this with me on my team. And you know, it's gonna be some out there that's like, what about me? What about me? What about me? You know, it's a select few people that I can actually talk to. The most people that I used to talk to about shit like this was, one, my best friend Randy. Randy is no longer with us. 2, my female best friend Keisha. Keisha is no longer with us. So now it's like, who do you talk to? Who do you run to? I've had issues before about talking to professionals about, you know, with therapy sessions and shit like that. I've always had the thought in my head that talking to a therapy session with another human being, like, what can anybody say to me that is going to help me, especially for someone who don't know me. You don't know me from Adam or Eve. So in order for you to tell me something, I got to spill out all my guts to you. I have to tell you everything. But I don't know, maybe that's the path that I may need to go down. I don't know if this all started from childhood, growing up. A little about my childhood. My parents separated early. Like early. I was in like kindergarten, something like that. Me growing up, I always wanted to be like, I wanted to be anything my daddy did. And even if my daddy did it, I wanted to do what he did. If anybody asks, they would say, "Oh, you so handsome. You look just like your mama." I would cut them off. No, I look like my daddy. And my mom and daddy, they were separated. So throughout growing up, my years in school, I was back and forth. And when I say back and forth, I give you a breakdown of back and forth. First grade, I lived with my mama and I lived with my daddy. Second grade, I lived with my daddy. Third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, all the way to 8th grade, I lived with my mama. 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, I lived with my daddy. 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, I lived with my mama. 12th grade, I lived with my daddy. All of those years that I just broke down, that's different school. After the 8th grade came along, I'm out of town. I'm in and out of town. So, around that time, I probably was like, my daddy moved out of town when I was 10 years old. Didn't really know what was going on that year. That's the same year that my granny died. I didn't really feel what everybody felt at the time because I didn't know what was going on with, life itself and shit like that. I just knew that, my granny passed away, Marguerite Withers. My dad moved out of town. He got married. When my dad moved out of town, I wanted to move out of town instantly. It was like, I don't want to stay here. I want to go live with my daddy. I couldn't even tell you why I was back and forth so much. As far as like, when I was in 2nd grade, why did I move back with my mama for 3rd grade? Even for 1st grade, when I started 1st grade, why did I move with my daddy in the first place to start? Like, it was back and forth. Like I say, it's tug of war all over. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that has something to do with what I go through today. 8th grade came around. I, was in a lot of mischief in school, shit like that. But the mischief wasn't life-threatening. I had my share of gang fights, getting kicked out of school, and all that type of stuff. My older brother, I do have an older brother. His name's JC. He's 4 years older than me. My older brother, I done had this conversation with my brother before, years ago. It actually had to come out. Even though me and my older brother, like, pretty much lived together our whole lives and everything, we were like two totally different people. Like, not the same, nothing. We don't pretty much like the same thing. It's far-fetched. We go out we got mutual friends today. We go out places, we drive separate. Like, we totally different. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of different from anybody in my family. The way I'm like the ugly duckling of the family. Not saying I'm ugly or nothing, but if you know the story of the ugly duckling, like, all of the ducks was one color, then you got the ugly duckling. Like, I'm like the ugly duckling. Like, I'm different from anybody on either side of my family. Like I was saying, with my brother growing up, to be honest with y'all, I grew up feeling like I was a single child. Like, I had an older brother that was there day to day, And I know he loved me, but he was one of them brothers that didn't allow me to do shit with him. Like, nothing. Never allowed me to do nothing with him. Couldn't go nowhere with him. 4-year difference. He was going around the corner to play basketball. Couldn't go around the corner to play basketball with him. I tell on him. If I tell on him, my mama make him take me. Now he don't want to go. We have video games. You know. If he playing a video game by himself, playing a computer, can I play? No, I tell. My mama say let him play. That's both y'all game. He don't want to play no more. You know. So, you know, that shit like really fucked with me growing up. My brother was a basketball player in school growing up. Was very good basketball. I'm not great at basketball, but I'm good at basketball. But I could have been better, because everything that I learned and did with basketball, I learned on my own and through, you know, certain friends that, you know, I adapted to growing up with. Shout out to my, you know what I'm saying, one of my best friends that's also no longer with us, Robert Garrett. When I moved down to Tennessee, Robert Garrett was, I wouldn't say my first, probably my first, he was one of my first 3 friends. I want to say my second friend. But once we got cool, we went to church together. Once we got cool and realized we was going to the same school, he stayed right around the corner from me. You know, we was like this. Like, that was my dog, like my Ace Boone Coon, road dog. Talked to Rob every day. We went and played basketball every day. Like, every day after school. We watched wrestling pay-per-views every day. You know, that was like my brother. That was my friend right there. So, you know, when I got down there to Tennessee, 8th grade, living with my dad, it's like, thought it was like one of the greatest things in the world that I finally got to move out of town and live with my daddy. Turned out to be like one of the worst things that happened. And because I'm gonna say this, you know, I know my dad loved me, but I feel like when we moved out of town, my dad like turned into a different person. Maybe y'all can say, you know, he did it for the best of y'all and us and the family and stuff like that. It was just like my dad was a different person. He wasn't the same dad that I knew that left Detroit in my eyes. You know, he started going to church, which is nothing wrong with going to church. But it's like, it was a real 360 flip for us. Certain things that we could do, listen to, prior to my dad moving out of town and getting saved and everything. When we moved there, now it feel like we been raised in church all our lives. Like, everything is bad. That's not godly. Can't listen to rap music unless it's gospel rap. If it got cussing in it, we can't listen to it. You know, he was that dad. We got married, and his wife was down there, and me and his wife, you know, we was cool. But she changed too. So now I'm in a household with pretty much 3 people. Me, my daddy, and my brother. I'm pretty much in a household where I really don't know nobody. It's like I'm a loner. Now I got to get new friends all over again because I'm in a new state. And my crew, like, shout out to JC, shout out to Carlo, shout out to Robert Garrett. Those my main 3 friends today. Still talk to 2 of them till this day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jake. That was one of my, you know what I'm saying, still one of my best friends to this day in Tennessee. You know, that's one thing. But it came to a point to where when I was living in Tennessee, I didn't want to be there no more. My daddy, we would get into it with his wife, and I didn't feel like my daddy had our back. He always had his wife back, and it created a big problem in our household. Like, it created a real big problem in the household. And by 9th grade time came around, I want to go. I want to go home. I don't want to stay here no more. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I got to leave. I got to go. So now that I got to go, well, not even that I got to go. It's me being ready to go, because this is not what I'm accustomed to living to. This is not what I was raised at my first 12, 13 years. This is not what I know. This is not the daddy that I know. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, once again, my brother's being my brother. He's 4 years older. He's just being my brother. Not saying that it was like a forced thing, but a lot of things that I did with my brother, it was like, I don't know if he was forced to do it or if he only did it because my parents told him that he had to do it with me. And don't get me wrong, you know, it got better over the years once I got grown and shit like that to make my own decisions and stuff like that. But you know, certain people, he had my back, you know, in certain aspects. He wasn't there when I needed him to be there. So, like I say, I used to get into it with my brother, my dad's wife, and you know, I would get in trouble for that, even though it wasn't my fault. Just me defending myself. Like, nobody shouldn't be putting their hands on me that ain't my parent. That's what I felt. So we'd get into it. Next day, my daddy got an attitude with me all over. It just, you know, that was nerve wracking. There was a lot of nerve wracking shit going on down there. 9th grade, I witnessed my first friend death. Like 9th grade, freshman year, I had a crush. My first crush going into high school. Her name was Monique. She was on the basketball team. She was a couple years older than me. Like, had like the biggest crush on this girl. She was cool, everything, pretty, all that type of shit. And she shot herself. I'm not on getting details about all of that, but, you know, it used to be word around the school, like, oh, I used to ask about her, like, how Monique doing? Oh, she's all right. She's good. She good to go. She good to go. She be home in no time and all that type of shit. Then you look up one day, boom, Monique gone. Monique died. In pep rallies, crying, big ass borders in school. R.I.P. Monique, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bawling my tears like flowing out of my fucking eyes and shit like that. Like, that could be something like that, you know, triggered a lot of stuff with me growing up. After that, you know, 10th grade, I had got into it with my dad's wife to a point I didn't give a shit no more. Like, it is what it is. Like, y'all can ground me, be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. I don't care. I'm grounded. I stay in my room all day long. I'm not apologizing to nobody. I'm not apologizing to her. I didn't do shit. No, I didn't do it. No, I want to go home. I want to go home. Whole reason why, you know, I couldn't go home was a legal issue that was going on between him and my mother. It had nothing to do with me. So now I got a mindset. I think I feel like I'm fucking hostage. And it's like, damn, why are you keeping me here? Why do I have to stay here? And I want to go home. I want to be back with my mama. So, you know, felt like I was in a tug of war. I had to, like, make this fucking deal with my daddy to get him to let me go home. And it was like, I had to do some shit that I said I wasn't gonna do and didn't have no plan on doing, just for him to make a decision for me, you know, to go home. You know, that's one thing. You know, that's that shit crazy. Like, I never hold my kids anywhere, you know what I'm saying, where they don't want to be. And, you know, that's what I got out of that. So I had to do what I had to do. Boom. Here I am, moving back to Detroit. And left my friends, thinking I'm finna go to one school. Thought I was gonna go to, you know, same school that the whole neighborhood went to, whole family went to. Everybody went to Cooley High School. Bam, mama stopped that shit. You ain't going to Cooley High School. It had nothing to do with me why I didn't go to Cooley High School. Probably had more so to do with my brother. You know, my brother, he fucking up in school more than, damn sure more than me, grades wise, to a point when we moved out of town, he didn't even get put in his right grade. He had to start, you know what I'm saying, back. So I guess she didn't want that same shit for me when I got here. So what I had to do, my best friend Randy, he went to Redford. And that's how I ended up at Redford. And I got to Redford in 10th grade. Here I am with a whole school of people that's been going to school with each other since elementary, maybe middle school. Now, I got to build these relationships up all over again. Catching a bus to school, you know, back and forth. 3-4 buses sometime. Had driver's license. Motherfuckers didn't want to used to let me see their car, but every blue moon when it was convenient for them. You know, it was what it was. I didn't care. I used to get it every blue moon, but catching the bus in the rain used to be hell when it's a car sitting in the driveway all day and you get home soaking wet from school and that car ain't been moved. You know, that was some bullshit to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say about that, but, you know, I grew up with that shit to a point I said, fuck it. I got to get out here and get my own shit. I don't give a fuck no more. You know what I'm saying? I started selling weed early. Teenage years. Like 14. As soon as I came back to Detroit, 15 type shit. You know what I'm saying? Summertime came. I'm back. I'm selling weed. I want all the money. I want to be able to do shit what I want. I'm tired of asking my mama for money every other day. She giving me a 20. Boom. So I started selling weed in high school. And upon all of that, started going to high school with my best friend and everything. Started meeting people. I was making money, but I wasn't doing what the fuck I was supposed to have been doing. I wasn't focused. By that time, it was like, it is what it is right now. Like, I didn't go to school a lot. Skipped a lot of school. Crazy part is, like, I skipped a lot of school with people who graduated on time. So it was like when I was skipping, we were skipping. But then when I was skipping with other people, you know, they was going to class. So they was actually going to class way more than I was. I just was skipping with some of every fucking body. The niggas say they was going somewhere. Nigga, I'm there. I ain't going to 4th hour. I ain't going to 5th hour. I'm not going to 6th hour. Nigga, we out. And I fucked up high school and dropped Votech in my senior year. Look up. Now I'm doing regular school, summer school, night school, all the way up until 3-4 months before my goddamn graduation. Counselor come tell me, you ain't graduating on time. You're going to have to take some classes in summer school, and you're going to have to come back for another semester, and you'll come out in December. Wasn't finna fucking happen. Wasn't about to happen. That's the shit they did to my brother when we went down to Tennessee. I wasn't finna go through that. I wasn't about to do it. And that was a big no-no. So, you know, now I'm turning into a high school dropout. Then build relationships here. You know, I got girlfriends here. Multiple. More than one. Yes, I had multiple girlfriends at one point in time. I used to go see girlfriends in 2 different cars because they all 3 was in the same neighborhood. 2 of them a block away from each other. And I'm not even going to name their name and put them on blast on here because, well, they might be my Facebook friend, but my shit be public. Somebody's going to probably share this video, but I'm not going to put all 3 of their names out here. But just know that all 3 of them was dating Cassius at the same time in high school. Boom. Now I got to break this shit off. Now my mom was pleading with me, begging me to go back down to Tennessee to be with my dad. Go back down to Tennessee to be with my dad. So here I am. Now I'm back going down to Tennessee once again. Be with my dad. And, you know, this go around was I wouldn't say it was a smart go around. This was just the stupid go around. This was the stupid Cassius go around. And everything I did, and that year, it was just like sending me downhill. Like nothing. It was nothing positive that came out of my second stint living in Nashville with my dad. Like, I mean, the only thing I got done down there was GED. Was my GED. I got down there with issues with people that was worse than me. So, you know, it was a lot. It was a bunch of bullshit involved. I'm not even going to sugarcoat shit. There was a lot of guns involved. There was a lot of stealing involved. There was a lot of ignorant shit. A lot of lying. A lot of I don't give a fuck. Me and my dad, we fell out. Got into a fight. Nigga called the police on me. Tried to send me to jail. They wasn't taking me to jail because I was the one all bruised up and shit. No, I didn't get my ass whooped. If y'all thinking that, didn't get my ass whooped. The nigga just tried to hurt me. Tried to hurt me to a point like pressing my head into the wall or something, like for me to just stop what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't give a fuck, nigga. You press all you want, nigga. As soon as you let any inch up off me, nigga, I'm swinging. Touch another one of my bags, throw my bag downstairs again, I'm swinging. That's how my shit ended in Tennessee. To a point, the police come and bringing me the phone. It's my brother. My brother done bought me a ticket to come to Virginia. Now I'm on a one-way ticket, on a one-way street, going to Virginia. Never been to Virginia before. Never thought I would ever be in Virginia. But it was either go shack up with my homeboy G-Man, who my daddy hated, because when I was 19, G-Man was probably like 27, 28. He always felt that G-Man was a nigga, oh, he's too old for y'all. What he hanging around y'all for, and all that type of stuff. But G-Man was my motherfucking dog. G-Man looked out for me. If I needed somewhere to stay, G-Man was there. If I needed a couple dollars, G-Man was there. If I was broke, nigga, and I ain't had no income, when I lost my job at the mechanic shop, nigga, working with Jimmy and them, nigga, G-Man was there, nigga. He put the bag in my hand, nigga. You know what I'm saying? G-Man was my motherfucking guy, regardless of what anybody would say about G-Man, you know what I'm saying? That nigga was real with me. Daddy didn't like that nigga. But now, here I am, either going to G-Man crib or going to get on this bus. So I got to ask the Carlo, who just watched me and my daddy fight, can you take me to the bus station? Boom. Now here I am, going to fucking Virginia. I'm in Virginia with my brother, his wife, their newborn baby, and his wife's brother. We're in a one-bedroom apartment, probably big as my car. It was times, man, me and her brother used to be in the living room sleep. So fucking hot. My brother and his wife used to be in the room with the air conditioner in the window, but would close the door, and the motherfuckers in there with 4 goddamn blankets over their head so they wouldn't be cold, but they keeping the air inside. Me and this nigga in the living room sleeping with the fucking door wide open. No, that's when I was like, alright, like, nigga, we used to get up and go crack the fucking door. I'm not gonna lie, we got up and cracked the fucking door. We need air too, nigga. It's fucking hot out here. You know, my brother said once he get out the Navy, his plans was to move to Tennessee, where my dad was, with my dad. Nigga, I'm not going back down there right now. I ain't good enough to go back down there, because my plan before I went back down there was to get a car, save me some money, and go get a crib so I can go back to Tennessee with my girlfriend that I had down there. My brother went on his cruise, and I went my way. Came to the D. A lot of shit happened in the midst of me coming back to the D. I'm not even gonna get into all of that, because that's like some emotional shit that happened that I don't even want to discuss, let alone remember everything. Like, some shit happened that I couldn't do it. So I came, I'm back. Now I'm back in the city. Now I'm grown. So it's really like, nigga, the sky's the limit on what the fuck is gonna happen now. Boom. Start dating one of my exes again. And it's like I was dating her because I knew that I could get what I wanted from her. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Hold on. Alright. Light just went out. Don't get me wrong. I loved her and shit like that, but I probably loved her for the wrong reasons. It wasn't the right reasons. I didn't even love myself at the time. It was a ball of fire. It was a big ball of fire that was going on in my life at that time. And I gave no fucks. Gave no fucks. So now, girlfriend moved out of town. I'm here, still doing me. I said, fuck it. I'm gonna move out of town. Follow my girlfriend. Worst fucking 3 weeks of my fucking life. In Houston. Went down there with promises of this, that, and the third. It gotta be a different word for opposite for me to really put my finger on this shit. Hold on, let me plug this up, y'all. Alright, anyway, I probably cut that part out. Like I say, worst 3 weeks ever of my life living in Houston. I ain't gonna say ever, but it was horrible. A lot of promises, a lot of broken promises, a lot of shit going on. It just wasn't right for me. So I got on the first thing, smoking up out of there. I flew down to Texas one way. I got in a car with motherfuckers driving from Texas to Detroit. 24-hour drive that I've never met or seen a day in my life. I just met these motherfuckers over the phone. Some relatives of a relative, ex-wife type shit and her kids. Like, didn't know none of these motherfuckers to a point. And I'm in the car, in the back seat with this much room. So, like, when I got in the car to a point when the door got closed. That's when I was able to lean over. You know, that was some bullshit. Then
everything you know is in your mind.
I hooked back up with my baby mama. Got my baby mama pregnant. We wasn't really together. I wasn't even really ready to have kids at the time. But I wasn't going to be the nigga that say, okay, you going to have this baby by yourself. I wasn't ready to be a father. Financially, mentally, physically. None of that shit. But once I realized that after so long, this is about to happen, I just had to brace that shit. Whole pregnancy, arguing with baby mama over like dumb shit. Who gon', you know, my son's name was my biggest thing. He gonna be a junior. I don't care nothing about nothing else. That was an argument all the way up until fucking my son was born. You know, that relationship right there, that shit didn't work. It didn't work out at all. I feel like when I got my baby mama pregnant, it wasn't planned. I got my baby mama pregnant. She wanted to keep the baby so bad that she stopped her whole, you know, growing up and shit like that. To when she had the baby, she was like, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I tried to make a family thing work and shit like that. To invite them over together. I'm about to cook for us. You know, invite them over. I want to do this family thing and shit. You and my son come over. I'm going to cook and all that type of shit. She was just drop my nigga off. Where you going? She had on party clothes. She about to go to the club. I'll be back tonight. She'll even come back the next night. Come back the next day. Come pick my son up. I was no more time I was spending with my kid. But, you know, that was some shit I was trying to build. Family. Shit like that. You know, that relationship didn't work. That shit was all bad. My son's the greatest thing that ever happened to me to this day. The greatest. You know, probably without my son, just no telling where I would be in life Not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, but having a kid, you know, slowed me down from doing a lot of shit. Grounded me from doing a lot of shit. You know, that was one of the greatest things that ever happened. And here we go around the time that I try to make something work. As my son is getting older, boom, I get stabbed in the back again. You know, just relationship shits, man. I probably had a lot to do with fucking up in my relationships in the past. And that didn't do nothing but fuck me up for the future. Like, I was an asshole in the past. Pretty much. I was a big asshole. I didn't care. Feelings, you know what I'm saying? You use my girlfriend, and that was just that. I ain't give a damn about a lot of shit. I just thought I just had girlfriends. They had issues. It was like, okay, oh well, be mad. I'll go to the next. I'm moving on to the next person. That's how my shit consisted of growing up. So I always felt that shit that I did in the past relationship, it then fucked up my future for the relationship, because even after my son, all of my late relationships then been starting like this, but before it can get to that peak, that motherfucker just took a curve and just went downhill. It's like my relationship status is like in the dirt. Then I met someone that kind of changed my life. Met a female that kind of changed my life, but I was so stupid and not really knowing if this was going to work out, because when I met this young lady, she didn't tell me her real age. She lied to me about her age. It was a big difference, like a big difference. But I had already started liking this girl and I already started feeling this girl and shit. I didn't think that if she was younger, she say she was. When she told me, I actually thought she was lying. I had to put piece to piece together. She told me by mistake how old she was. You know what I'm saying? Because I met her in a bar. But when I started kicking it with this girl, like, she wasn't even legal to buy fucking tobacco for like another few months down the line type shit. So, you know, like, we didn't do anything, nothing at all. Like, we barely talked when I first met her and shit like that, because I was still being an asshole. But then once I found out her age and shit like that, boom, she had turned 18. I was in my 20s, and you know, that was my girl. But I think the age difference at the time was kind of like messing with my mind, because it's like I like this girl so much, but I can only do so much with her because of her age. So therefore, I wasn't really 100 with everything in that relationship. Like, don't get me wrong, I loved her. You know what I'm saying? I loved her to death. Still got love for her till this day. You know what I'm saying? She my friend. And, you know, she always be my friend. She got a beautiful daughter that I call my own, you know. So, like, legally, I have one child, but I claim two. And I'm thankful that she's actually allowed me to even use that title for myself, and allowed me to even still be there for Kylie, if needed. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a great mother. She take care of kids, like, awesome, great mother. But shout out to her, because she do a hell of a job. Hell of a job. That didn't work out. That was another relationship that we tried to make it work over the years. We tried. And then it was like one of them tries was like, we shouldn't have tried right here, because it's just about to mess everything up. I thought everything was going good. another 360 just flipped off on me. Now I ain't got no girl no more. Now I ain't got no stepdaughter no more. Now she with somebody else right in my face. So now I'm sitting back miserable. Like, what the fuck now? I done lost everything all over again. And if you've been watching this video from the beginning, you can probably get an idea of how much losing I've done, how much losing that I've triggered, and how much losing that just went through one ear and out the other. I really didn't give a fuck. But I lost on that tremendously. Like, fucking heartbroken. Like, here I am trying to start a family again. And anything that I did trying to be right was always wrong. And now it's a whole nother person once again. So it's like, what the fuck, man? And throughout that time, man, dealing with that girl, I wouldn't even let too many females get too close to me, because I knew at one point in time, me and this girl was probably gonna start back kicking it again, like we always did, on and off for years. And it happened enough times to where my feelings was always involved. Like, I've always wanted the best for any relationship that I've ever been in. But like I say, all of the past shit that I was doing, that shit was coming back to kick me in the ass, like, real hard. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. That particular relationship, like I say, I wouldn't let a lot of people in full time. I would meet people, and it was just like, all right, this is what it is for now, but if that phone ring, I'm out. Which it always did. And I was always out. And I probably done fucked over some people who probably didn't looked at me like, thought I was the shit, you know. Let's see if we're still recording. Yeah. I probably done fucked over a lot of people that, you know, probably thought I was like the one for them. But me being an asshole and stuck in my ways and shit like that, I know I done hurt a lot of feelings. And a lot of feelings then came and bit me in the ass throughout the years. You know, I was single after that relationship. Single for years. It's a long time. Single for years. And I didn't really care. Only thing that I really gave a fuck about at that time growing up was my son. And throughout all of that, I was messing with all these females and shit, trying to keep my mind afloat, because in the midst of all of this, now, you know what I'm saying, me and my son's mama not on speaking terms. We not good. We not that. She gets me locked up. I get locked up for trying to go get my son, trying to be a father, you know. At that point in time, me and her was about to call ourselves, quote unquote, trying to work some shit out. Didn't work. What happened now? There's another person involved, thrown in my face. Did I trigger it? Who knows? Did I do anything that possibly had her mind going in a different direction? Probably so. More than likely. Probably wasn't there enough. Every relationship, I learned a bit, a piece of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I learned a bit and piece of life, and, you know what I'm saying, how to deal with people. All the way up until my last relationship. My last relationship, like, I learned the most. Which was last year. And, you know, that's one thing. But my son living out of town, you know, I'm getting calls from, you know, baby mama, I think I'm gonna change his last name to such and such. You lost your fucking mind. You know, I dealt with a lot of bullshit with my son's mama, to a point, like, I do not like this girl. Like, I do not have a soul. It's not a piece of soul or a string of fucking muscle in my body that likes or have any type of anything for my son's mama. Like, none. Zero. Zippity. And she tried to put my son against me. It's to a point where, you know, my son was scared to fucking come around me and talk to me and shit at times and shit because of shit that she had going on. And, you know, filling my son head up with bullshit, and you know, that triggered me. It's like, it's all I got right now. You know, it is what it is. So in the midst of, you know, trying to better myself around that time, I just had to do what I had to do. Once again, continue to live my life, raise my child the best way I can. As you know, when that time came around, everybody was like, "Oh, why don't you, you know, go to court and get custodial, you know, rights and all this other type of shit, and, you know, go get them and try to, you know." They did all of that. But if y'all been watching the video, what I didn't tell y'all, well, I did tell y'all what was going on with my parents, and my dad wouldn't let me come back home because of issues that him and my mama had going on. That's the reason why I was like, I'm not gonna put my son in this same predicament. My son is not gonna be fucking being decided in a goddamn tug of war, and the only person gonna be able to make this decision is a motherfucker who we don't know, and that's the friend of the court. That's some shit that we should be able to get together between the parents, and we never been able to get to that point. And she tried to make my son look at me as the bad person, and now it's the complete opposite. My son knows what the fuck I bring to the table. He knows what I do for him. He knows how much I love him. He knows everything, and it backfired on her. Now they're having all type of problems, like all type of problems. And she called me the fun parent or whatever she want to call me and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I gives no fucks about that. That's one thing, you know, as far as with my son and shit like that. Like I said, if it wasn't for my son, who knows where I'd be. Dealing with the deaths of the best friends and shit over the years. I used to talk to them. Randy. That was like one of the most devastating shits ever. Because, you know, that was my best friend since I was born. And when he passed, me and him was in a feud, and we didn't talk for a whole year over some bullshit that had nothing to do with us. And it all came from social media on, you know, a LOL moment that triggered a whole fucking family issue and shit like that. To where it triggered issues with me and my best friend. And we ain't talked for a whole year. And when I got that call, when they said, you know, Randy was gone, you know, I ain't believe it and shit like that. I needed facts. I wanted to know what the fuck was going on. And I used to get in my fucking car and my truck and shit at work. And I used to just drive around and shit. And that shit used to just hit me. And I used to just start fucking crying. And it was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, why you do that to yourself? And got no answers. It's only he say, she say, you know, shit like that. So it is what it is. I'm dealing with the death of my best friend, and at the same time quietly dealing with relationship shit that I'm not telling nobody. All of this shit is built in. I cover a fucking frown with a smile. Well, I throw on some clothes and step out the house and shit and look fresh as hell, and I get compliments all day. And the motherfuckers would never know what the fuck is really going on in my head. What am I really thinking? What are my real thoughts? Because I don't really know what's going on in my head. I don't. No, R.I.P. to Randy. You know, I don't want to get into that. R.I.P. to Randolph Mitchell. So now I'm trying to be a parent to a son that's out of town, doing the best that I can. That's all I can do with that. Now, it's like I'm at the point in the age where it's like I'm tired of being alone. So I try to go out and get shit for myself. I try to do shit for myself. I'm tired of doing shit by myself. I do everything by myself. I don't give a fuck. I go out to eat by myself. I go to a bar and have a drink by myself. I did a lot of shit by myself, and it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling y'all that doing stuff by yourself is bad by any means. Like, the shit is cool. Like, it's Gucci. It's everything you probably can possibly imagine. You do it by yourself, you get out, and you're able to spend money on yourself, take care of yourself, and have you feeling good for that moment. You're not completely happy. You're not completely happy. If you say, I did this and it made me feel good, but when I get this, when I get this family, or when I get that, when I get that kid, when I get that girl, you still in denial about that little fun that you had. You still thinking about what ifs and what ifs. I don't want to live in a life of what ifs. Something happened to me last year. Life-changing thing happened.
Are you all my personal dreams?
I don't know if I'm really ready to talk about that. But it happened to me, but it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me because it happened with someone that I was comfortable being around. And we went through it together. So it was like, whatever you got going on is what I got going on. So I set it out to myself. I said, you know what? I gotta quit being this whorish ass Cassius. And I gotta get somebody. I gotta get somebody right. I got into a relationship last year, and I thought it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Thought it was gonna be the best thing that ever happened to me. And this was somebody that I knew. And certain shit that I'm accustomed to doing, or how I'm talking, it came off as if like I was being a bad person, you know, like I'm yelling, I'm screaming, when I just be trying to explain, when I try to get an understanding. If I'm sitting here in thoughts and I'm trying to think about what it is that I need to do to better us, better my situations and shit like that, it came off as I was just being an asshole. I didn't want to talk. I didn't know what I wanted. People didn't understand me. People wouldn't listen to me. So, my last relationship, out the window, out the door, over the phone, via text message. And that relationship, I still haven't got over to this day, because at the end of the day, before our relationship, it was my friend, and now it's like I lost a friend and lost my girlfriend. Now I'm back in square one. And after so much shit that didn't happen throughout the years, it's like nobody really wants to hear about all of the motherfucking problems and shit like that. Like, I can't go into a situation loving somebody else when I haven't stopped loving the previous person. Because it's not going to be fair. It's not going to be right. The focus is not going to be there. I don't want to be with nobody and think about somebody else. I don't want to be with nobody and be on some, if I go here, then she not gonna know. If I go there, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like in the most 100 ass like type relationship ever and shit. But I think at this point, I don't think that is gonna work. I don't think that's gonna happen for me. I don't think it's gonna work. I just don't think so. That shit over. rocks under the bridge. Try to repair, relationships and shit with motherfuckers that I know. But never seemed to be right because I was the nigga who fucked up everything. And now that I'm coming back on some, I'm sorry and shit like that, it's not good enough. I waited too long. I done hurt too many motherfuckers. Not thinking, only caring about my goddamn self and not really caring about myself at all. Because if I really cared about myself, then the relationships wouldn't be fucked up like they was over the years. Like nothing was steady as far as any relationship. I can get a number, I can have friends, I got girls, that then tried to date me and shit like that. But it wasn't the girls that I wanted. And maybe one of them girls that tried to date me might have been the ones. I might not be in, a single situation like I am. And that's just how I see it. Maybe I should have just let my guard down in certain relationships, and I probably would have had the best of the best world, and would have had my family, and would have had my son, or would have had that girlfriend, or would still be in my relationship from last year. Who knows? But I wasn't thinking straight. Never was thinking straight. And then it just hurts sometimes when you sit there and you don't have nobody to talk to. It's like, I just opened up today for one of my cousins about everything that was going pretty much, that was kind of like some things that was kind of bothering me. And I broke down crying on the phone.
Are you all my personal dreams?
And I've told her, I just now got back on speaking terms with this cousin. And I've told her more on the phone that I've done in 10 minutes that I've told anybody in years about how I'm really feeling inside. And to answer your question, how I'm really feeling inside is, I don't know. I feel blank. I feel empty. I don't feel like I have a purpose. I get into these depressional situations. Mind you, I've dealt with, depression shit before. And at that time, I didn't know what was going on. That's when the doctor was like, it may be a form of depression or stress or some shit like that. Anxiety, all that has been thrown in my face and shit. But I knew I was depressed. I was fucked. I was like this close on occasions to really just saying fuck it. I haven't been that way lately, but I don't want to get back to that point to where I just said fuck it. The moment I came out and talked about my depression, it's like when you tell people that you're going through certain stuff, that's when the world want to listen. So that just goes like with my videos. If I make certain posts on social media, they don't get the reaction and shit that I would be looking forward to, unless I'm being an asshole. And then, the world like my shit, the world share my shit, because that's what they know. They know the asshole Cassius. They don't know. Nobody really knows Cassius. Everybody know Cash. Everybody know Cash / money / Hollywood / Flash / all of the slashes / nuke. Like, nobody really knows Cassius, because Cassius has yet to find himself. I talk to people about depression that can relate to me. When I bring the topic up, everybody in the world wants to reach out now after the fact. When I'm big on communicating with my peoples, my friends and everything and shit like that. If I'm calling you and I'm texting you and shit like that and you're not answering, You not, you don't call me back, you know, shit like that. Now, mind you, you know, shit happens. But when it comes to multiple times and shit like that, like, I see a missed call. Only time I won't return a missed call is a fucking bill collector or some shit like that, or if a motherfucker I didn't already talked to on another conversation. That's the only time that missed call don't get returned. If somebody call my phone and I know who it is, I'm calling back eventually to see what it is going on. You know what I'm saying? I call people, yo, let's go here. They not available. If I call people just to talk, they don't answer the phone. They don't call back. I text people. I inbox people. They don't fucking message me back. They don't do nothing. So that leaves me by myself. Once again. All alone. Once again. And then I get to talking about shit like this. Now everybody in the world wants to come out and say that I have a friend in them. You can call me anytime. You can do that. Well, none of y'all is, you know, I don't really look at y'all as friends, because them phone calls that you missed could have been them times that I really needed you before I did something really bad. But I call them back. That's not friend shit to me. That's why I say I have associates, people I associate with. People say they love me. People don't love me. People just think of Cash. They just think, okay, he's a cool dude. He's a funny dude. He make good comedy videos and shit like that. That's not love to me. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me you love me, but loving me and having somewhat of love for me, two totally different things. Let me check and see if I'm still recording. Yeah. Two totally different things. And I don't feel like I be having the love sent to me that I dish out to others. I break my back for people. There's people out here that I don't even talk to on a day-to-day basis. The motherfucker call me right then and there. Take everything out of my account for a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that same feeling from people unless I'm in a downward spiral situation, and it's like I just get tired of a lot of shit. You know, I get tired of being held back because of certain situations that's not controllable by me. I get tired of my son out of town going through the hell that he going through. You know, I get tired that my relationships are not what I want them to be. You know, it's like nobody have patience with me. Like my last relationship, it's like no patience. And I'm not the person to be jumping in and out of relationships like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to work shit out, but as I done did so much to a motherfucker don't want to work shit out with me. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. When I'm trying to go out and do something, it'd be like nobody want to go out with me. That's another thing. If I make plans with a motherfucker, you know, motherfuckers, the plans just go left to a point. It's like, I'm not making plans with you no more. There's no point. I'm setting myself up for failure. Now, I do get out sometime, you know. I got relatives that I chill and kick it with, you know what I'm saying, from time to time. But a lot of times I'm going to kick it with them motherfuckers, with my, you know, with family and friends and shit. It'd be like 4 to 6 month gap, you know what I'm saying, with most of them. Or when I'm trying to get out, a lot of people be on relationship type shit. I don't be in no relationship to be on no relationship type shit with people. You know what I'm saying? I want to do couple shit. I want to take the kids somewhere. I want to do a lot of that shit. And over the years, I haven't been able to get myself right to be able to do it. All I've been doing is hurting people and hurting myself even more in the long run. And that's why I just sit around sometime and just sit in my car for hours and just think. Or I just smoke weed and just think. Or I try to contact people. I try to build, you know what I'm saying, repair bridges that, you know, I fucked up. Sometimes the bridge beat and failed. And here I am still trying to gather bricks together and shit and put shit together, and I'm gonna put this brick right here and I know it's gonna work. Nah, nigga, that shit done tumbled already. Nigga, that whole fucking tower is on the ground. It's over. It's over. I just get tired, man. I just get tired. I don't know what my problem is. I don't know. I don't know why certain shit just kicks off in my brain on day-to-day basis. I don't know. I don't know why. Periodically, shit just happen. I don't know. I don't know who I need to talk to. I don't know if I need to see somebody. I don't know. But what I do know is I can't keep going through this shit. I can't keep doing it. I can't keep doing it. My next set of happiness, I want that to be my last set of happiness. I thought my last relationship was my last relationship, period. Now I gotta look forward to the next relationship. That's probably not gonna happen. I'm just gonna have friends all my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna die alone. That's the way I feel. I don't feel nothing positive is gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot to talk about and explain, but you know, that's kind of like a summary of what I, you know, go through day to day, night after night, sleepless nights I don't eat much. Nigga like me, my size, it's just like, should always be trying to eat. I don't gain weight much. I'm not where I want to be in life. I'm not comfortable with where I am in life, whether it's my living situation, my relationship situation, my social life situation, my employment situation. I got this, like, I don't give a fuck attitude. Every day I think about quitting my job. Every day. Knowing I ain't got no business thinking about quitting. Because I gotta work. I gotta take care of my shit. I got shit to take care of, shit to pay for. I got a son to raise. But it's still that thought in my head, like, nigga, fuck all that, nigga. Don't do what the fuck you gotta do. And I don't like thinking that. I don't like thinking that. I don't like calling people, trying to talk to people that don't want to talk to me. But I'm only just trying to talk to somebody. I don't know. Man. At the end of the day, y'all, you know, I've been praying. The only thing I can ask y'all to do is continue to, you know, pray for me. Pray for a better outcome. Pray for, you know, better situation for me. Because I ain't got nothing else. Just don't know where to go. I know it's gonna be family. It's gonna be relatives. It's gonna be motherfuckers that's gonna watch this, and they're gonna be like, why you didn't call me? Why you didn't text me? Why you didn't... A lot of times I don't want to put that shit on nobody. You know, shit like this, when I talk about depression and the trials and tribulations that I've went through, you know what I'm saying? It opens the door for everybody else to be open with themselves and open to the rest of the world, because a lot of people don't want to admit that they go through certain shit, and a lot of people don't want to admit that they have an issue. Right now, I'm not depressed. I'm just not where I want to be. And I want to get better. I got to get better. Because I'm not healthy. My mind is not healthy. It's reflecting in my videos and shit that I post. I make videos sometime and I be like, that shit was whack. Like, I see why they didn't get no views and likes. I don't get the attention on social media that, you know, I think I should get. I think I'm fucking I'm a fucking hilarious person. I'm a good guy. But you know, it is what it is, man. I just want to say, man, if it's somebody out there that, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to say if it's somebody out there. If you are a person like me that don't know where you going, what's going on, you can't figure shit out, and you just think you just living for that moment and not for the future, and there's no longevity, and you don't know your purpose, I'm to a point to where it's like, maybe I do need to have a good talk with somebody. So, you know, it's a long video, so this will be my last video that I'm gonna post for a minute, because I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna deactivate pages and shit like that. That's when everybody get worried, and now everybody want to be worried because I ain't on social media, and you know, everybody gonna be asking, "Oh, where your brother at?" You know, that's not the attention that I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's not the attention that I want. It's like, that's the attention that I feel like people just be being nosy. They don't really be caring about me. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But that's the thing, though. Once again, I don't know. So I'm in that like that, man. I wish the best for everybody that's in the small little circle that I have. I wish the best for everybody who watching this video. I hope y'all is doing good and staying afloat, you know what I'm saying, and just keep me right there. I want to apologize to anybody that I offended over time, or anybody that, you know, I got any ill will towards, as far as friendship shit, relationship shit, like everything. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this is not the best version of me. Trying to get better. So, shout out to the couple people who I've had this discussion with, who I've already talked about with this, but this is for y'all. This is for the world to know. So, I'm not going to be making all these subliminal posts and shit on Facebook, social media, everybody wondering what's going on with Cassius. Cassius's head is not right. Cassius's mind is not where it should be. Cassius's living situation is not where it should be. Cassius's relationship situation is not where it should be. Cassius's career situation is not where it should be. Don't get me wrong, everybody have problems. It's just my problems are kind of like overlapping and stepping over each other continuously and continuously and continuously. And it's fucking up my future. It's like it's a domino effect. One thing fall, everything fall right behind it. And that's what I've been going through. I'm tired. I'm tired. I miss my kid. I miss my ex-girl. I miss me. Hopefully, you know, this video helps someone who's out there who needed to hear somebody open up truly everything about themselves. And it's not everything. I didn't talk to, you know, non-stop for over an hour now. You can just imagine how much more shit it is. So, I'm sorry if this may come off as like, you know, emotional to a lot of people, but I'm just trying to help me and help others at the same time. So with that being said, about to log off this video. I'm gonna post it on YouTube. Sorry about that, y'all. The way they cut off like that. I don't remember what phone died and stopped recording. I had said a lot of shit after that, but like I say, last thing I remember on the video that's attached to this is I'm just gonna post this video on my YouTube, share the link, and judge all you want. If you want to judge me, you can judge me. If not. You can love me all you want, love me. If not. But I just, like I said before, I hope this video is helped somebody open up about themselves and be real with themselves, and is able to speak on certain things they wasn't able to speak on. I'm a work in progress. I still haven't spoken on a lot of stuff. I just want to, I'd rather speak with who I'd rather speak with, and who I'd rather speak with. That's like a whole nother story. But just say a prayer for me again, y'all. Just keep me grounded in y'all hearts and shit like that. And say this prayer with me. Oh, Lord Jesus, I come to you and I ask you for guidance. I ask you for healing. I ask you for strength. I ask you to pray over all of my viewers, everybody that watch me. Send a prayer to everybody that needs a little healing, a little strength, a little uplifting, a little life. Heal us all. Talk to us. Let us know what we here for. Let us know what you want us to do. I'm not the only one. I'm not alone. You are not alone. If you're reading this, I know you're not alone. It's a long video. If you stuck around this long, then it was needed. Therapeutic. But help us all, Lord. Bless my kids. Bless my family. Bless everybody. Send us a sign, send us direction. It's all in your hands. Amen. I got love for a lot of people, y'all. I just need to feel the love back. Peace. Till the next time.